Hello, welcome to the Verified Pipeline Execution 15.2 Kickoff. My name is jheimbuck, Product Manager for the Pipeline Execution Group here at GitLab. As a reminder, this group is responsible for GitLab CI, pipelines, pipeline processing, as well as the category and merge trains. I'm joined by the Pipeline Execution Product Designer, Vitica, as always. And you'll find a link to the 15.2 Kickoff page with links to these items and the Verify Stage Direction page with discussion of our future work in the comments below the video. You can always reach me at jheimbuck@gitlab.com or through comments on issues with the group pipeline execution label in the GitLab project. So during the 15.2 milestone, the theme that our group is working towards is better support for open source contributors who are using shared SaaS runners, and our continued theme to work towards overall platform stability. So let's unpack that a little bit and talk about the goals that we have to support the themes. So the first one is focusing on work to ensure the stability of the GitLab platform by meeting the SLOs for reliability and security issues primarily. I've talked about this in the last 3 or 4 probably kickoff videos that we've done, and we've been making really good progress in eliminating the backlog of those older things and getting new items scheduled into their target SLOs so that we're closing those at a quicker pace. And in 15.2, you can see in our verified P1s that we have 3 of those. They're confidential issues, but the team is focused on those first and foremost within the milestone. Our second goal is to reduce the CI/CD minute consumption for contributors to the GitLab projects and open source projects. So we were really excited on June 1st to enable accumulation of CI/CD minutes for all public projects on gitlab.com. Since then, we've seen some contributors, especially to gitlab.com, using all of their monthly allotment of minutes within just a couple of days. And that's not what we expected to happen. So we're working on a fix for that quickly, specifically for the gitlab.com project, so that contributors to the project don't have to pay to do the contribution. And it raises the importance of this work for projects in the OSS program, the open source program, as well as just contributors to public projects. So to avoid that, our focus in 15.2 is to use a reduced cost factor for public forks of public projects, as well as using a lower cost factor for forks of OSS program projects. So we're working on those 2 issues to make sure that we're not having a bad experience to contributors to public projects and to open source program projects. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Vitica to discuss some of the upcoming usability improvements that the team is exploring for later this year.
Thank you so much, James. So this milestone will be focusing on 3 major issues. The first one of this is backend running manual job from pipeline throws generic 403 for non-validated users. What's happening here is when new users who have not had a chance to validate their credit card yet try to run a pipeline in the project, they see a message that prompts them to do so. But when they try to run a manual job, they are shown a 403 error, and it doesn't tell them like what exactly has gone wrong. So we are going to fix that. Moving ahead to the next one, this one says merge trains, specific messaging when GitLab CI YAML is missing, only merge requests. So today we don't have any specific messages for when users try to use merge trains and they don't have pipeline for merge results enabled for that project yet. So we have to surface some sort of error for that particular scenario. And lastly, the last issue that we'll focus on is defining the workflow for users trying to run a pipeline with blocked shared runner access. So in one of the previous milestones, what we did was we introduced a capability to block shared runner access on the admin side, but we are yet to figure out like, we haven't yet defined what users whose access is blocked to shared runners would see on the UI when they try to run a pipeline or a job. And that's all from my side. Back to you, James.
Awesome. Thank you, Vitica. We're really excited for 15.2. And if any of these issues are interesting to you, please feel free to tag us in the issues. Thanks so much.